Yo, what is going on, everybody? Caveman Jack back for another album reaction slash review, and we are back live from the studio. Yo, hopefully, you guys are having an awesome week. And it's a little bit more of a niche album that I'm going to be checking out this week on the channel. James Blake, Little Yachty's Bad Cameo, this collaboration album that not a lot of people saw coming, but when they announced it, I was over the moon. I think James Blake's music is just truly phenomenal. And Friends That Break Your Heart was an album that just it hit me, man. It hit me. If you haven't listened to Friends That Break Your Heart by James Blake, I truly recommend it. Little Yachty. Little Yachty, I've followed Yachty's career. Unfortunately, I don't have the Yachty shirt on today, so we have to settle with the Kendrick one. But went and saw Yachty maybe like 2017, a long, long time ago. And seeing his career evolve from Lil Boat to what was the incredible what was his last project? What was his last project? Let's start here. The 2023 album that really shocked the world and showed Yachty had a really rich bag. And this was something that, I was well aware of. I really enjoyed Yachty singing. There was stuff on the album Teenage something, whatever the other album was, that didn't really do so well commercially. There was songs on like that. Bring It Back, I don't know if that's controversial to say, but I really enjoyed Bring It Back. So the fact that these artists could collab at such a really awesome point in Yachty's career, but also a really exciting time for James Blake. Really going to be interested to see what these two artists bring to the table on this collaboration album. Not going to dilly dally any further. Let's get into it. This is Bad Cameo by James Blake and Little Yachty.
Nigga, I told him it's all mine. No ifs, ands, or buts. I told my agent I wanna be treated just like a slut. Pay me directly after. Close the book with a folded page to keep the chapter. Told grandma how much my chain cost, looked like I slapped her. Did a couple roles, but in my raps I'm not an actor. My BMX a straggler. She is sweet but didn't save her. He had a sack then waiver. My ex think I'm a player. My homies think I'm player. I rock more plain Jane, Rolexes than John Mayer. I heard the room around, it's obvious that I don't care. $250,000 in my left ear, that's why they stare. Somebody try to take them, teach them what they need to know. I have to cut my hair for these and turn me to Van Gogh. Somebody save the savior. 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 Somebody save the savior.
Well, who's got them the way I've got you? Well, who's got them the way I've got you? I'm exhausted by the end of the day. I'm exhausted by the end of the day. Somebody save the savior. Somebody save the savior. Somebody save ya. Am I talking to myself? Somebody save the savior. Somebody save the savior. Am I talking to myself?
Save the Savior, a pretty psychedelic intro to the album, which I'm not surprised. I feel like we're going to get a fair bit of that sound on this project, and I'm looking forward to that. Yachty started the track with his kind of slightly offbeat kind of cadence that he's kind of really known for really kind of sporadic sounds. Yeah, it's a really chill delivery by Yachty, and at times he is on beat, and at times he's off. But he just kind of carries that cadence throughout that first verse. I like how the song slowly builds as well to James Blake. The instrumentation is starting to get like more and more diverse while maintaining that kind of doom doom kind of grungier psychedelic sound. James Blake sounds great. He starts off um, quite visceral in his vocal performance, but by the end of the track, he's going into those more classic James Blake ad libs, really soft harmonies as well. I liked how he layered the two vocals, that really up pitched, kind of chipmunk sounding vocal take over his own voice. That worked as well. A really strong psychedelic start to the album.
They say I love too deep right away. But if I try, I can't subside again. Then lift off into the light. Living in gray.
If you don't know where you're going at midnight, trouble finding me. If it's not clear, I'm next on the list. Find me. Trouble find me. If everyone behaved just like me, we'd all be lonely. Love's a nightmare. Nothing comes easily if you try to. It's a nightmare. Love's a nightmare.
Dang, bro, James Blake, bro, come on. In Grey, 6 minute track. For some people, I can imagine that there isn't enough going on in that soundscape to really hook you in. It's one of those scene setting pieces that you really just have to kind of let it take you on that 6 minute journey. A lot of electronic sounds there. There's nothing to like really just like grab your attention to the point where you like literally like absorbed by it, but there's enough going on around you that you can fall into it and almost like just let it kind of like fly by you. It gives me that kind of like tree fingers feeling where it is very much like you're kind of like floating and you can grab certain sounds, and have a listen and then kind of go back to your kind of central spot as you kind of continue through the track. A little bit more psychedelic, that one, in terms of just the delivery on the vocals. James Blake, man, like, bruh, bro, just got such a smooth tone in his voice. Really wonderful. But yeah, that one is a very, very scene setting piece. It's cool to see Yachty carry that psychedelic sound that he had on his last project. Let's Start Here. He's pushing that even further, trying to delve into more of that to see where he can kind of continue to find inspiration within this genre. And you can tell that him linking up with James has really allowed the two of them to propel each other within this genre even more. It's like what? It's like waves.
To live a lie in the sunrise, after the sun falls. Then you'll be back in my heart, my prize. I'm holding on to you can hold on to midnight. Being yourself this side of midnight. Harmony in motion, we've been exploding. Don't break down till we're back from the ocean. I know it's in short, 'cause I'll have you tomorrow.
A lot of layers on that.
We had to kidnap the sun, living in your lungs. My remains in your veins are connected to your brain. All the things we did on the lonely are dramatically fading. This is why I kidnapped the sun. I have too much time waiting. You can hold on to midnight. Nighttime. Being yourself this side of midnight. I know the show is big, but you're the only one, the only one, the only one, the only one who saw me. The only one, the only one who saw me. The only one, the only one who saw me. The only one, the only one who saw me tonight. Cause when there's no one to throw us, I wish the world could know us like that. How do I get to that place without you? How do you get to that place without me? Cause when there's no one to throw us, I wish the world could know us like that. How do I get to that place without you? How do you get to that place alone? And when our souls leave our bodies, it's not like that's even the end. 'Cause when you return, I know you've finally broken the spell.
Midnight. That is a classic. That is a classic right there. Wow. How do you even start with a track like that? firstly, I loved how that song really sucks you in. Like it starts quite minimalistic in tone, in nature, the way that it kind of evolves into the last third of the track with James Blake, even like Gotti and James Blake on like the middle of the track, just kind of ad libbing with each other, and the way they were just kind of contrasting the lines, just oh my gosh, so well done. The the last third there really is a standout, and but I do believe that the first half or the first two thirds of the song really help evolve and build the track to that final point where we're so locked in at that stage. The instrumental once again had that psychedelic, but what I'm also noticing, and I've been playing a fair bit of Nintendo games at the moment, and some of the soundtracks for these old Nintendo games, especially the 64 era. I'm actually playing Ocarina of Time for the first time, and just some of the instrumentation and the soundtrack off that is just phenomenal. And I'm getting that kind of old retro sounding video game soundscape. It's not as like game like. It's got a little bit more of a darker tone to it, but it's just got that really computerized synth, which I really like. And the the choices of progression from a synth point of view and how they built the chords in that third section to really feel like quite hopeful in sound, but the lyrics are just not there. It's almost like this idea of like this couple or these two people that they've just like they're yeah, it's just they're not in a good place, it seems. But just a beautiful track, Midnight Man. That is a classic. I am just so stoked to have heard that one.
Caught in the middle of the fire, the heat is hot, I'm chasing desires. The rubber is burning the tires, moving too fast, blurred direction. I relocated my section, my ex broke up with me through texting. Felt that in my flesh and blame myself right then, no question. Free my dog, he's selling green, white and red like he represent Mexicans. Mouth was sealed, no evidence. Face too clear, no regiments. Yo, if you let me know I'm going crazy. I've been running out of energy, chasing you. All the things I would do, all the love. I look crazy to a judge, but I promise you it's love. Go, woo, 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 go, woo, 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 go. In your veins, like the blue, hot. Find out the truth, from the crew, and I drew. I was spinning for your love, I was spinning like a drug, trying to chase what it was.
If you love me, let me know, you can show me. Any way you wanna show it, I've been lonely. It's a hard day's night. Alright. Taking it left and right. Feeling second best when you should be the headline. If we don't like it, then
It was like the headline sample by Dre.
if we don't force it, we shine bright like light. When you call me, I've got no energy to fight. It's not that I don't care, I just spend it all on my life. On my life.
Woo, 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 go, woo, 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 go. In your veins, like the blue, hot. Find out the truth, from the crew, and I drew. I was spinning for your love, I was spinning like a drug, trying to chase what it was.
First time on the album that Yachty's kind of gone into his rap bag a bit more. I feel like that track there is a grower. There is a lot going on, a lot of different tone shifts throughout it. Like even when James Blake came in that second time and he kind of started having a little bit more of like he was spitting a little. But I think that track is a grower, to be honest, just because when I was listening to it, I was like, man, like some of these very quick changes within the track are jarring on a first listen, but I imagine after a couple listens, they'll really hit as they just seamlessly change. They're not like on a first listen, it's not a seamless change or a seamless transition. They're quite jarring, but on future listens, I believe the jarring transitions will feel seamless, and you'll understand just how contextually they work in the concept of the song. And there is a fair amount of really nice chemistry between the two artists. which is always really important on a collaboration album. You never really know what you're going to get with collaborations albums, and I do feel like both artists really complement each other from their sounds, and that's why it didn't really feel like, oh my gosh, it's crazy when these two guys kind of linked up. It's kind of like, oh, this makes a lot of sense. Title track here, Bad Cameo.
Blood, feel it flowing through my veins. Blood, feel it flowing through my veins. Blood. Did you ever? Did you ever? Did you ever love me? Did you ever love me? In due time, we'll be fine. I'm tired of the fire.
Great harmonies there.
Don't lead me down a dark path. Don't lead me down a dark path again. Don't mention it. Don't lead me down a dark path again.
It's just beautiful. Man, Bad Cameo. When that song started, I was like, oh, he just kept repeating the line, feel it flowing through my veins. Blood. And I was like, oh, like, is it a bit too repetitive for me? But no, I just had to settle into the song, and less was more with that track. I felt like, we built up, and then we had a little bit more kind of line delivered in the kind of outro. But just a really contextually fits within the album. Feels like a real album piece, sitting kind of like in the middle of the album's track list. It just really just kind of sits really nicely within the realm of Bad Cameo and the album, that is. So really enjoyed the patient delivery on that, and quite often in music, we can often be just always looking for something to just like constantly hold our attention at all times. But sometimes you have to sit within peaceful soundscapes to allow that kind of to eventualize. That track in particular really does show and indicate that if you are patient with a song and listening to a song, sometimes you will find that the intricacies and the beauty of the track will actually open itself up. And it did in that track. It really did. It was really evident in that track because that last minute and a half was wonderful.
Missing man, you've put your family in stress again. Missing man, selfish with your time.
Missing man, you've done the thing you said never again. Missing man, to live your truth takes lies. Nobody wants the job, they just want all the glory days. Missing man, you just need to reset. To reset. Reset.
reset.
Oh man, it's a great track.
Milk carton boy, face on my papers. I'm missing like that void, missing like your keys. I've been hitting like the fees. I am no longer whole, I have broken down to pieces. No need to fill out a missing report, I am useless.
I love this, bro. Great song. Fantastic track. I just love, once again, how it built this album as we've gone through it, and sitting within the soundscapes. It's been so lovely. This feels like such a great album. Like it's like a 2 a.m. just chilling by yourself vibe. Like it's got that real, just within yourself, very meditative at times as well. Like I feel like it's quite peaceful. It's obviously very psychedelic. You know, it's a very clear genre influence here, but just even that like the last like 30 seconds where Yachty went into his raps, man, and that's the flow that I really enjoy of Yachty, when he kind of does that, like mama no free, mama no teen, mama no. It just really works for his tone, his cadence, and he always kind of like has that kind of yodel kind of at the end of each line. Yeah, you would have seen within that, listening to that track, that notes where you hope that they would sing or they would provide the ad lib missing man, when they brought that, that missing man, like that ad libbing off each other, you could tell that I was hopeful that that would occur. Like I was waiting for it, and when it hit, I was like so satisfied, because they chose the right moments to re-deliver it, reintroduce the ad libs. Just once again, a really complete song. Both artists have made music that really connect with me. So the fact that they were able to create this partnership and extend both their sounds, it's just been really exciting. As a huge fan of both, it's just really, really cool. It's a good beat.
If you count on me, baby, count twice. If you count on me, baby, count twice. If you count on me, baby, count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Count on me.
If you count on me, baby, count twice. Rules apply, but simply not to me. I move my feet, march to the drum of my own beat. I look in the mirror and I do not see defeat. No love will not be lost today, cause I take the worst situations and extract experiences, and I build what I now know today. I'm gonna get it.
You don't need to tell me
Twice. If you count on me,
You don't need to tell me
twice. If you count on me, if you count on me,
tell me.
twice.
Little beat switch here. Cool. I like that. You needed it.
Nobody knows our situation. Speculation that gets lost in time. 1, 2, 1, twice.
I say to you, I say to you, I say to you what I said to you is for you and you only. As to what you say to me is encrypted. I never share the things that we've done. I never tell a soul. The negatives will never come to light. This ain't film.
Sounds a bit like
Keep
Andre
that low.
3000 right there.
Yeah.
Probably the most upbeat song of the album, in terms of the energy and the soundscapes. Was kind of just quite a heavy mix. Very interesting when Yachty came in. His voice was very clear through the mix. It was just so crisp. I don't have any vocal effects there. But yeah, really cut through the mix there. Talk about a story. Saying like, whatever they are thinking, whatever they think of us, screw it. I don't give a crap. I don't even care what they think. It's about us. So that one I will have to go back to. I think there were points where the song really connected with me, and points where it didn't. But it's also, one of the more up tempo tracks on the album. So when you kind of you've been used to hearing these more somber esque psychedelic pieces, and you kind of go into a little bit more of a trappy psychedelic sound, it can be quite jarring. It's just so dang nice, man. Come on.
Hanging outside, hanging outside. The story unfolds, turning out alive. You know you what's your story? Tell me tomorrow. You know you what's your story?
Still on that shit, I've been hiding that rack. Putting up stats, I've been trying to get back. Back on my ball, I've been begging that back. Yeah, cataract eyes, I've been blinding my bitch. Dumping that walk in that cup, I ain't pour up no chips. I was trying to get high as a bitch. Yeah, I'm trying to teleport hoes to the ends. Set up a screen on some twins. I'm up. My best eye, baby. I show you the world. I show you my life. I show you the life to my lens. I show you our twin turbo bands. I show you what burgers look like for your friends. I show you the gold. I show you the diamonds and pearls. I'm not like your ex and you hate it, but love it. You hate it cause you can't control it, but love it cause I ain't no pussy. And baby, that's just how it goes. You live in LA, but I live in Atlanta. Sometimes I wish you had connections with Santa. I wish you could hop on a sleigh and come straight down my pole. I teleport you out whenever you're ready. I call up a ISO and dub out the Fetty. Cause you more important than me, I put that on my bros. You make me stand on my toes, you make me get on my knees. Okay, it's my cousin, my brother, uncle. If they wanna burst, gotta run me my feet. I don't believe in jumping trees, I believe the earth is our home. You still look right even when you do wrong, I can't leave you alone.
Probably the most jarring track on the album. I feel like, personally for me, I got lost, and I struggled to fall back into that track. I definitely think it's one of those songs that you do have to go back to because there is so much going on within that mix. Um, my cat kind of distracted me a little when Yachty started going into his flow. He was flowing for a fair bit of time as well. It's an interesting song, that one. And I think for me, perhaps there was too much going on, but it really was, it felt like that track that is rewarding. It rewards you if you are patient with it. And felt like playing Robots into Heaven, James Blake's latest album. It really kind of felt like an extension of that album. And that album took me a bit of time to fall into as well, just due to the kind of abstract structure. And that song didn't have a very clear structure. It was very, very sporadic and really challenges the listener. And yeah, we'll have to go back to that one for sure because it was, yeah, very challenging listen.
up by the thunder. Unexplainable habits, so close I'll grab it. Run away from the rabbit, I know what I need. Still plant my seeds, water them with tears. Blind, 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 blind me. Unleash your true potential. Blind, blind.
Well, things are looking up, and I'm not sure I believe in love. It may break us up if I got what I've been dreaming of. Well, now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting somewhere. What I want will lead me nowhere. Right? Another step towards the light. There.
Blind, 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 blind me. Blind me. Blind me.
Just surrender to wherever it takes you. Unexplainable habits from the rabbit we run. A guarantee from you, you won't replace me soon. From the rabbit I
So beautiful, man.
Well, now we're getting somewhere.
Full chills right now. Goosebumps. That track just gave me goosebumps. James Blake, man, his voice just heavenly. It really was heavenly throughout this whole album, throughout his discography. But that album there, that song there, I can't even speak. Just beautiful. Really great delivery. The vocal effects just worked really nicely on that track. It was so easy to fall into. Yeah, really phenomenal. I know I'm not really giving too much kind of context as to what the songs are trying to say, and but just for me, they're coming from a real place of love of music, and love of that the sounds that really invigorate feelings of emotion. And it's been quite a spectacular listen for me. Just one of those albums that just hits at the right time, just really hits at the right time, knows when to deliver, knows when to hit those emotional beats. All right, here we go. This is the final track, Red Carpet. I wonder if it's going to be like a loud, sporadic, crazy track, or if it's going to be a really somber way to finish the project.
Don't you go anywhere. I wanna be here for the first gray hairs. And when they arrive, we'll roll out the red carpet. It's a miracle we're here to start it up again. Only our eyes can see
What it means.
that this is a new version
a vibrator on the phone.
that I am just like them. They scold me for what I can't see. Hardly sleeping.
Red carpet, I never wanna walk it. As long as I'm enough for you, that's enough for me. I never needed more than this. If only your eyes could see. If only your eyes could see what it means.
Bad Cameo, James Blake, Lil Yachty. Fantastic album, fantastic collaboration album. Really delivered on what I was hoping for. That psychedelic sound that I loved hearing from Lil Yachty on Let's Start Here, and the just incredible cadence and delivery of vocals and overall psychedelic sound that James Blake has kind of provided to me in the last couple of years from Friends That Break Your Heart. A couple of tracks that I'd heard from Assume Form. That is an album that I really want to check out on the channel at some point. Just a continuation of both their sounds, and feels like a really natural extension of what each artist had been kind of working on the last couple of years. Yeah, felt like a warm hug at times. It felt like a really somber album at points as well, but there were really uplifting moments and real senses of beauty and real real personal reflections of love within both of their lives. Throughout some of the tracks, they really dived into some vulnerabilities, which was really, really cool. Electronically, man, the sounds just throughout the project really carried a fair bit of weight to them. There was tracks that were more minimalistic in the sounds and the soundscapes, and then there was tracks that were quite heavy, like Twice, and what was the other one? Transport Me. That's another one that really does push you to try follow it, even though you probably can't on a first listen. I've really been able to gain a real sense of appreciation when it comes to creating music that sets the scene and is less is more. Less is more occurs a fair bit on this album, and they just do it the right amount of sounds so that you are still engaged, but you're not overstimulated. And so it's quite a warm project to go through front to back. Love to hear what you guys think of this album. Two incredible artists. Love to see Yachty again. It'd be great to see him. From when I saw him, like, he did not have a lot of music out. It's still very, very early days for Little Yachty. And to see him now, really relishing, and the community really, actually, giving him the respect that he really has deserved. So, and then James Blake, man, I'd love to see him. I really hope he can come back to Australia at some point. Would be mad. It would be unreal. Anyway, guys, let me know what you think of that project. Bad Cameo. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video and want to see more, feel free to subscribe to the channel and join the community. We listen to a wide range of music on the channel. If you are really, into Little Yachty, I have listened to Let's Start Here when that came out last year, so I've got a reaction for that on the channel. And yeah, thanks for joining me. That was Bad Cameo by Little Yachty and James Blake. My name is Caveman Jack. Take care, and I will see y'all in the next video. Cheers.
Listen,